So hi everyone, welcome on board. Today I have with me Jaskiran ma'am, who is the Dean of School of Business Management at BML Munjal University. Thank you so much ma'am for coming on board.
Thank you so much for having me on board, Anisha. Glad to be with everyone.
So quick intro for all of you guys. Ma'am is coming here with a lot of experience from us, from the industry, from various universities. I mean, she has been teaching for so many years and also has done a master's from Lancaster University with that respect. So, trust me, when you sit into her classes, it's going to be so much fun to learn with the kind of all workshops she keeps doing online. And we are going to have some interactions with ma'am today for that. So thanks, ma'am, once again to, share some time with all of us out here today. Ma'am, we all keep hearing with a lot of students, who want to pursue a BBA, which is like a very in thing these days with respect to when you're comparing with BCom and all of these programs. What is your perspective as being the dean that, from the profile, how important is it to have non-academic aspects onto your resume?
Sure. So, Anisha, I'll share with you a perspective, right? Your profile essentially is, let us say, one A4 size sheet, right? Your marks in your class 10th and 12th would be just two numbers. So much more on your profile sheet is what you did beyond marks. Of course, having that marks to be a good number in good whatever like aspirationally your scores are, but of course that's only two numbers at the end of the day. What is more important is the persona that you built for yourself, right? And then because invariably any interview that you sit in, the first question is, please tell us something about yourself. You cannot say that my marks in 12th was this. That doesn't tell the story around you. So profiling that way is very important because it tells a story about you, the person that you are, your pursuits of excellence, what is that you're passionate about in life. So I think having a exciting profile that you are very passionate about, right, can be a game changer for you in whatever. And it's not only just for your BBA program, but I think you talk of your master's, you talk of your first job, second job, 10th job, your reach to the zenith. It's very important.
Lovely. I really like the whole concept where you showed that, ma'am, it's all about building your own persona. So, I think you need to identify what is that you resonate the most with, be it, something which is like digital marketing, or be it something which is like extracurriculars, doing some social work. If you were to say, a couple of things, like 2-3 things which a student who is doing their 12th can do along with, because you always have that pressure. I am writing 12th, I am in, board year. So what comes to your mind? What can these people do?
Yeah. So, Anisha, I share what I'm going to share, not only as the Dean for the School of Management, but also as a mother. My son, he completed his class 12th last year, right? And I can very well empathize with all the viewers here for this channel. I mean, 12th in itself is a big burden to be able to do something beyond that. But hey, guys, believe you me, right? You apply to any good national or international university, right? What you have done beyond academics become very important. So now, of course, the next question is, what can I do with so much of studies? So one is, can you demonstrate that you are a self-learner? Anything, you're doing PCM, you're doing commerce, you're doing social sciences, you're doing medical, anything. Yeah. Can you show that I am a self-learner? And how do you do that? Maybe just pick up a couple of MOOCs courses. Yeah. Right. Let us say you are studying your commerce, your business, pick up a course on the MOOCs platform. There are Coursera, there's Udemy, there's edX, there's LinkedIn Learning. There's so many of them, right? Yeah. Because you're anyways doing that. Topping that up within a certification adds one more line to your A4 size profile that we are talking of. But more importantly, it adds to your persona because you're getting a more diverse background to that. Yes. Right? So that's one. Second is, I think most of the schools, they encourage students to take community projects. and look at it not only from the viewpoint of doing a community project. Just visualize yourself that you are in an interview and you're telling them that in answering your question, please tell us something about yourself, right? Say that I am a very empathetic individual and the societal challenges really touches me a lot.
Yeah.
And I have taken up projects to help COVID patients. It could be as simple as just working with an NGO, seeing the slots of vaccination availability, maybe helping some elderly people to go book their slots on COVID. I know that's a pain in the neck, taking them to the hospitals possibly if you can. So you do not go out of the way.
Yes.
But be very focused to say that even before you pursue your academic pursuits, right? You are a human who is very sensitive and empathetic to society around. That's second. Third is whatever you do, can you be very passionate about it? Yeah. So Anisha, I'll share a small story here, right? So we in general, the elders here, we keep telling the students, yeah, be passionate, be passionate. So once there was this one student who said, yeah, passion. You keep saying passion. What is this passion, right? So this teacher who the question was asked to, this teacher takes this student into a swimming pool.
Okay.
And this kid is kind of zapped, surprised. Come on, yeah, I was asking what is passion, and this teacher is taking him to the pool. And then this teacher actually makes the kid enter the pool, and the teacher also is there with him. And just by surprise, the teacher holds the neck of this student and dips it into the water. Okay. And just imagine, to everybody who is listening to this, just imagine that's happening to you. Wow. Your nose, your face is into water. What would you do, right? You would do anything in this world to get rid of your situation. Correct. And physically, what is the first thing that you would want to do if your nose is into water? Of course, you're going to hit your teacher, you know. But then even before that, the first reaction would be that first breath of air. Yeah. How badly would you want that? Correct. Can you want anything in this life badly enough? And I think anyone and every one of us, if we have been able to identify what is that I really want badly enough in life, you will get it. And that's how, yeah. So
that's something like a really nice anecdote which ma'am has shared, and like how badly do you want it? That's something which has been with us as well. Like I remember asking this conversation, like be passionate, in Harvard when I was there, and even Rahul sir always talks about it, is that anything if you can do for 8 hours at a stretch without thinking is probably what you are passionate about. So you identify with certain things, and that's how simple you can start trying. And maybe for people who are watching us who are right now in the 12th standard, you have to try multiple things, explore multiple. I think ma'am, like you just said, like you can probably do hands-on on multiple MOOC courses, and you will come to know what is it that you really like. Because at so many times we are so confused ki I'm not sure will I like finance, I'm not sure will I like marketing. So do we also get this flexibility, ma'am, after taking up a course in the graduation stream?
For sure. I think one is, of course, courtesy the national educational policy. I think the entire education system is headed in that direction. There are some universities who very proactively picked it up, right? So at BML Munjal University, like say, for example, the students right from the beginning, they have choices, but supposedly they are not clear on, do I really want to do this? The second year, they can pick up discipline-specific electives. Okay. Second year, they're not still sorted, they can go pick up career electives. And that's only a BBA program. Believe you me, there are people who did their undergraduate in commerce, moved into management, got into banking, got into marketing, ended up setting up their own business by the time they were 40. And believe you me, there are people in 40 plus who are not very sure if this is what they really want. So it is perfectly okay to be open about exploring more. I think if you dedicate your life, okay, next 40 or 50 years, this is what I'm going to do, it may actually get monotonous. So be excited and enthusiastic about whatever you like. And there's absolutely no dearth of avenues that you can get to. And Anisha, I think the way the business world is transitioning now, actually more diverse perspective you get on the table, right, actually adds a lot to the business, no?
I think very true, very true. Like it's like, everything is changing on a daily basis. So sometimes you never know that you might need to know, even for that matter, a little bit of human psychology. If you're working as a manager in a team, so, you go back to those days when you actually studied that. So having a diverse perspective, I think, like ma'am said, brings in good managerial skills, and you keep learning all through 40 years of your life. So that's an amazing thing. Ma'am, a lot of people also talk, about every time there's a new buzzword. Like there was a time when digital marketing became so uh, vogue to be doing, for people to know what's digital marketing. Now we talk about martech, we talk about fintech, and there's automation and machine learning. How should probably someone who's, let's say not going to a graduation, but someone who's as early as just finished his 10th, should he also, or he or she, look forward to do such kind of things? Is it good to be aware of what's happening new, or it's okay to not be aware of it?
Oh, very interesting, Anisha. So I'll give you another perspective here. We are in 2021 right now, right? So the class 12 students, essentially the viewers for this channel, right, they would be graduating in 2024 if it's a 3 years program, right? If they're pursuing their engineering in 2025, and if it's a law program, they're going to graduate in 2026. So just imagine, if in the last 1.5 years, the way we all, right, the way we order food, the way we order grocery, the way we bank, everything has changed. Just see how much change would happen by the time our viewers graduate. By the time they join the workforce, the business would have transitioned completely. And you're absolutely right. Fintech, automation, robotic process automation, AI, ML, they're the buzzwords today.
Yes.
They're the buzzwords today, but by the time these guys graduate, they would have become the business.
Yes.
Right? The way the bank works, the way the credit card works, the shopping works, analytics work, everything would have changed. So what does that mean for the viewers of this channel? It is very important to have a very wide perspective of things, right? So I'll just share with you one simple example. Japanese government was very frustrated because they saw that their revenue from tourism was going down. Now imagine what could be the factors, right? One might think, right, maybe the tourist destinations are not so well developed, or whatever you would think, right? Would be thinking from the viewpoint of a Japanese economy.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, there were people like the viewers who said, hey, come on, let us go global, right? Let us see the people who usually go to Japan, what are the other destinations they go to. And it was found that people going to Japan usually also went to China. And actually Chinese currency was becoming cheap. And the people who were earlier going to Japan started to choose China as a destination. So this kind of analysis, right, is going to be awesome. So all the viewers here, I think having a diverse perspective on things. If you are choosing your university, pick up a university that gives you that diverse perspective on things. One might think, I'm studying management. Should I be studying computer science? Should I be studying psychology, sociology, anthropology? Yes, you should be. Because by the time you guys graduate, right, business would have transitioned completely. And Anisha, I usually laugh around with my students. In good old days, ladies would say AG, Sunoji, right? Yeah. This AG is a word again, and AG is ask Google.
Okay. That's
so can you be very quick learner, agile learner, quickly, anything you do not know, I mean, do not have a laid back attitude to see, okay, dekhunga, what to do about it. Quickly go on to Google, ask things more, know about it. So if right from today, you make AG your best friend, believe you me, by the time you graduate in this VUCA world, right? The volatility, the uncertainty, the complexity, the ambiguity around VUCA, right? Essentially is where we're all headed. Nothing would be very stable around. You would have to be very agile, flexible. And you can also pick that up by playing Sudoku, if that helps, right? Why? Because it helps you connect the dots.
Yes.
So
That's such an amazing perspective. Like ma'am has told you, like, there is plethora of information available online these days, but it's all about you. How do you make use of these resources? You have so many courses, so many websites which give you information on everything. So you have to make sure, and coming with that, you also need to be taking it all with a pinch of salt. Sometimes not everything what you read is 100% accurate. So you need to have that curiosity to keep questioning, like, ki, I read this, is it actually true? Will this help? Will this not help? So that's a different perspective. Ma'am, one last question I want to ask before you sign off. So this is on a personal level for you, ma'am. You are a parent whose son just graduated 12th. How was your experience in that 11th, 12th, which are like the crucial years, to have an academic and a non-academic balance? So, if as a parent, someone wants to know what should they be doing, what would be your perspective?
sure. So, Manisha, my son, he was very sure that he wanted to go abroad, right? And you know that the admission process abroad and to good universities in India, it all involves having a profile. So, and Kirat, he had PCM, right? To everybody, PCM is anyways a challenging subject. So we said, okay, if PCM is what your interest is and you do not have time to do more, let us do coding. So he did so many courses in coding. He picked up social community projects. And also, guys, while you are doing your 12, it is very important to keep thinking that you are going to write a statement of purpose, which is not only going to be about pursuing the program, but why do you want to do that? Do you have enough to support that I have been inclined to pursue this, right? Playing sports really helps, because then you can say that I'm a team player. That is something that manifests the kind of skill sets that the universities look at.
Lovely.
But most importantly, absolutely love what you're doing, right? So admire what you are doing it for the sake of it. Love what you're doing.
That's an amazing piece of advice. So guys, all of you who are watching, have fun with whatever you do. When you're learning something new, be it art, be it scientific something, enjoy. You will learn it at a 2x speed, and you'll actually preserve what you have learned. So thank you so much, Jaskiran ma'am. It was an amazing pleasure to have a conversation with you, and would love to keep learning more and more from your experience, ma'am.
It was an absolute pleasure talking to you, Anisha. Thank you so much for having me here.